What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Hope all of you guys are having a good day today. Today, I only took one trade today. Well, I took two, but one's a loss, one's a win. We took this short over here on this 30-second, right? So what did I see? I seen that we have price coming into the 30-second fair value gap, right? Kept respecting it, tapped it once, twice, three times, third time's a charm. I put my stop above this high and put my low, my stop loss between this low over here, this 5-minute low that I seen over here. But I didn't go long. This is where I went short. I went short like right here, and then like it just shot up. But I didn't really see that we had a fair value gap, right? And it's always these 5-minute, these small fair value gaps that really, you know, take a good hit on you. You know what I mean? Like this 5-minute fair value gap really did fuck me up, man. I could have went long right here, right? We could have just went on the 1 minute, and then we could have seen the setup. Where's the setup? Well, we could see that price kept coming into this area, so we go in the 30-second, right? This is why I go in the 30-second or, you know, higher time frames, because they're always so, you know, accurate, man. Sometimes for me, right? We seen this busy over here. We could have went long at this area, right? We could have put our stops right below this low. I like to always have tight stop losses, right? So we can just get in and out. Stop loss right below this low, boom, TP would have got hit, right? But as of right now, we only got one good play. I called this out in the Discord as well. I did upload this one, right? TP hit over here, right? It was this one right here. But I did get into another play that I got stopped out on, which was this play right here, right? I kept getting into I believe it was this play, or like around this area, and I kept getting stopped out. So I ended up just calling it a day right there. So, but I'm gonna show you guys one simple trick that I've tried to do a lot now, which is use these higher time frames, which is I have the 1 hour, the 15 minute, and the 5 minute over here. Okay, and I just want to show you guys something that's really cool. Okay, so if you guys seen this whole up move, right? This whole up move was this move right here. So this was pretty much market open, right? And for most of you guys could have been like, oh, how could I have gotten into this area, right? I'm going to show you guys. So if you guys go in the 1 hour, right? Just go in the 1 hour, and you guys could literally see a break of structure right here, okay? And you guys can also see, this is the only indicator that I really use, is the Asian and London sessions high. The Asian session is the blue, and London session is the red. And New York is obviously, you know, green. But I want to show you guys this, okay? Maybe you guys are wondering, how could I have gotten into this long over here? Well, you could have gotten into this long over here if you would have looked into this area right here, okay? Now look, we go on the 15 minute. What do you see on the 15 minute? What do you see? What do you see on the 15 minute? Well, you see this over here. You see this get this become a buy side, right? But the thing that I don't like about these is that, you know, obviously we have all this giant trend. So what do? We go in the lower time frame. Okay, so what do you do in a lower time frame? You try to see where there is a fair value gap. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look for a fair value gap. Okay, what do we see here? We see a 5-minute fair value gap right here into this area. What did price do? Price tapped into this area, right? You could have gotten long into this area, or you could have gotten into this trade over here. That would have been more perfect, right? I'm telling you, bro, it's always these smaller time frames, dude, that really get you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go on the 1 hour, right, you could redefine where it's gonna go in a way, okay? And this is why I like higher time frames, bro, because higher time frames really dictate, and they show you more accurate ways to get into, you know, entries and plays and all the different areas. But, you know, if you guys were gonna go long, right, I would have gotten long into this area, or maybe, you know what I mean, put my stop loss really low, probably like 50 ticks in a way. I always risk 50 ticks, you know, 25 points, but you guys could have gotten long into this area, gotten short right here, right? Or you would have targeted this area, or you would have gotten, you know, into this area over here, this 15 minute, you know. You guys could have caught this long. It's pretty crazy how accurate this strategy is, you know what I'm saying? And this is just my strategy, you know what I mean? But it just goes to show, look, in this area over here, okay, so what do we see here? We see prices pulling up. We go on the 1 hour. I always check the 1 hour. I rarely check the 4 hour, but so this was yesterday, right? How could have we gotten into this play because I knew price was gonna come into this area and fill it. Okay, because this is a gap. Every time you see a gap, make sure you want to know it's gonna get filled, because every gap gets filled, right? It got filled. So what do we see? We see price come into this 1 hour fair value gap over here. We got a liquidity sweep as well, as you guys can see as well. So we have two fair value gaps, right? We have this 1 hour and this 1 hour. So which 1 hour is likely to hold is probably this one. It's always going to be the lower one, you know what I mean? It's always, for me, I always mess up a lot because I always get into these higher time frames, right? Like the ones that are higher instead of lower, you know what I mean? Like instead of into this, you know, fair value gap, I would have gone into this one because I always get stopped out in between, you know, this one, you know what I mean? But just look at that, bro. The 1 hour fair value gap, boom, literally just got tapped, bro, and it just boom, skyrocketed, right? You guys, it's pretty crazy how once you start to actually just lock in and just understand the markets, bro, everything just becomes like a simple game. You know what I mean? It becomes like a simple strategy. Okay, so let's say you guys didn't catch this long. Okay, where could have you gotten long? Well, if you guys can see, we have this gigantic fair value gap that never got hit, but we do want to go on the 15 minute. Let's see if we can find it on the 15 minute. See if we can find any play on the 15 minute. We do see this play, but this was not on the charts, right? On the Nasdaq, because Asian session, you know, I don't really trade those. I really trade these in the mornings, you know, and like I don't try to trade all day, but I do try to look for good plays. Okay, so in the 15 minute we don't find anything. On the 5 minute, what do we see here? On the 5 minute, we don't really see anything. But okay, since we don't really see anything, all I'm gonna do is mark this. So this 5 minute, so this 15 minute, what I'm gonna do. Okay, when things like this happen, bro, when you can't really find a trade or anything, you want to just find where your change of character is and find where your buy side and your sell side is. So this is my buy side and this is my sell side. Okay, my sell side liquidity. So if price cut does tend to come down and breaks this low, then price is going to be shifting lower. Okay, so what do you see? I do see a 5 minute 15 minute fair value gap. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go on the 5 minute, see if I can find a play into this 1 minute. Into this 15 minute time frame. We don't see anything, so we go on the 1 minute. Okay, what do we go on the 1 minute? This is where I try to use my two screens, right? I have the 30-second and the 1 minute, because this is where I usually find my really good entries. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mark this. This. Okay, we're just gonna not that put this. We're gonna put this. Okay, London session, Asian session high. Okay. Alright, so now we're gonna go and find this play. Okay. We're in this area right here. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go find this on the 30-second actually. Okay, so what do we see? So we see that price came into this area, right? Manipulated. Liquidity sweep, and then boom, shot up. All right, so where do we find the next one? Okay, usually what I try to find is usually when this happens, right, I tend to go long every time this either breaks. Okay, so what do we see here? We see price come into this 30-second fair value gap, right? Boom, would have gotten long into this area. You could have gotten into this area, probably would have aimed higher. But for me, is if I'm gonna be getting into this play right here, right? Let's say right here, and I only risk 50 points. So I would always try to sell 50 points, but into this area, you would have gotten into. For my TPs, I usually go to 5 minutes, right? But you guys can see all this choppiness, man. So I would have gotten into maybe around this area over here. Let's check it out. I probably would have put my stop loss right above probably right above these highs right here, since it is equal highs right here, right? And what do we see here? See price did get hit, and then I don't know where price just tanked. I kept dropping and kept dropping over here. So what do we see when price keeps dropping? Okay, so over here, right, we see that price comes into this area, rejects it, boom, 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 boom. And I like how price just kept respecting this, 15, I believe this is 15 minute fair value gap. Oh, here it is. Far out. So look, I like how price kept respecting this area. Okay, it may broke at it, but it didn't, you know what I'm saying? It didn't stop us out. So what I could have gotten in, right, is to look into this area. What do we see? No fair value gaps. We do see a fair value gap, but it did not hold. So what do we see on the 1 minute? 1 minute, right? Price just kept chopping around. And I don't really like getting into these areas where price just keeps chopping around. But if you guys could see over here, we do see a fair value gap, right? Price kept getting into this. So what do we see over here? We see a market structure shift, but we do get a liquidity sweep. So liquidity sweeps happen when price comes down. So what I would have gotten into, right, this area, right, would have targeted maybe right here, right, and I would have targeted probably by the end of this high over here, right? And look what price did. Price just kept coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always gonna be these higher time frames that really show you, where price could be at. You know what I mean? And this just goes to show, man. Like I'm telling you, bro. Once you start to master the markets, man, everything just gets easier, man. Like let's see over here. Okay, let's go to the 1 hour. What do we see on the 1 hour? We see that price came Asian session, London session high. We see that price kept coming into this area. So where did we go? Market opened up over here. What do we see here? We see that price kept coming into this area, right? Because this fair value gap. But if on the 1 hour seems too weird or seems a little bit off, right? You want to see this. You want to see price coming into these areas, right? Just I want you guys to just observe price. Just look at what it does, okay? And if you guys can see something that's a little bit off, then take it, okay? But what do we see? We see that this is your buy side. This is your buy side liquidity, and this over here is your sell side. And what did sell side do? Sell side got breached. So we go on the 5 minute time frame, right? You always want to look for sell side and buy side liquidity. Okay, this is your sell side, right? Sell side got tapped. Okay, so what do we do? We can't find anything on the 5 minute time frame. No fair value gap. So what do we do? We go on the 1 minute. But what I like to do is, I'm telling you, I like to go on the 30-second or the 1 minute time frame, because these time frames are killer for freaking sniper entries, man. Like honestly, like I really enjoy these 30 seconds and 1 minute fair value gaps. But let me just show you guys this. Okay, so as you guys can see over here, that price kept jumping into these areas. Price didn't really know what to do over here. Let's see. So if price kept coming into these areas, right, and you don't really know what to do, right, you could always just pull out the Fibonacci tool. Fibonacci comes to this area right here, right? What do we see? We see this golden zone get hit, and what do you do? You get shorts. People like to go on these shorts, right, on the 15 minute, but I don't like to do it. I always like to do it on the golden zone, right? Because let's see, do we see anything here? We do not see nothing here. What do we see here? We do see this. I do see this for value gap, right? This BISI, the sell side imbalance. Okay, so what do we see? We pull this out. We pull this all the way up here, and we barely get tapped. But hey, if this works, ladies and gentlemen, it works. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. 1 minute BISI. It's still accurate. It still plays, right? We barely got tapped. Okay, if you missed out on this tap, then you could have gone into this 1 minute fair value gap that we have right here. Okay, because what do you see? When this 30 second as well, look. there's this 1 minute 30-second, right? Got tapped. Okay, boom. Could have waited into this pullback, right? Could have gotten into this area, put your stop loss right above this high, or like how I usually do it, I usually like to risk 50 ticks, or you would have put your stop loss right above this high, right? So you know price will be coming down. So you guys can see over here, what do we see? I love to target into this low because this is our new low, because all we did was just retrace back into this area, right? What did we do? We went up, came back into this area, and now for the sell-off. Okay, and then price just kept respecting this area, and on top of that, we do have a good confirmation on the CIBI. I mean, on this Fibonacci tool, since we got hit in the golden zone. So what do we do? Right, we want a 5 minute time frame. So you go to the 5 minute time frame, you put your stop loss right above this low, and then I'll put my stop right above this low right there. But look how aggressively this sold off, man. You could have targeted all. You could have really targeted, this low. But when I'm in these type of trades, bro, I usually try to go in and out. You know what I mean? Because I try not to be in these trades for too long, because I like just getting my money and I'm out. But if price does want to go lower, it wants to go lower, because look what it does. Okay, if you would have gone into this low, right, or like this, so price kept respecting this 1 hour, was this 1 minute fair value gap. You could have kept trailing your stop loss, right? Trail. What do we see here? We see another fair value gap. All I traded is literally fair value gaps and just liquidity sweeps. You have to really figure out your own strategy. You know what I mean? But like I said, for me, this shit just works out. Look at this. Look at all this fair value gap. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, and it just look. It just keeps holding up. It just keeps holding up. Right? We see this over here. It's busy. I mean, this sell side imbalance, right? And what do we see here? We see price still dropping, so you could have still, freaking trailed your stop loss. What do we see right here? Another fair value gap, right? Did not get hit, but it did get hit in this small little fair value. I'll actually do it, because I actually like, getting these small little ones, because they're always accurate, man. Like, just look at that. Boom, another sell-off. Boom. What do we see here? We see another sell-off. Okay, right? You could have kept trailing your stop loss like that. Like, it's crazy. You could have kept trailing it all the way to these lows. And how many ticks was this? This was 384 points. You know what I'm saying? So this just goes to show, for me, ladies and gentlemen, all I do is just trade fair value gaps. I look for a buy side and I look for a sell side. If one of them doesn't get swept, then I look for either a fair value gap, either to the upside or to the downside. You know what I'm saying? It's really simple, bro. Like, once you start to understand the markets, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna take a lot of patience, it's gonna take a lot of hard work, but in the end, bro, it's so worth it. Like, I don't think you guys understand. Like, this, I would say I would do this over anything, bro. Like, this, like, trading, once you guys start trading, man, it's a beautiful blessing that you guys get to enjoy doing, because you guys get to make money literally anywhere you can freaking be. You know what I'm saying? So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys liked the little breakdown that I did on this trade for today. But I hope you guys all have a good day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, take care.